girls are freaky. That's why they like this Playboy one the best. But
now this right here is not a preview of what the album gonna bring you or nothing like that.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Jones and TV coming at y'all with a new vid. Today's about to be quick again. I know I say that every video. Today I'm just doing a quick review on this Durag brand that I just tried out. I saw their ads on Instagram. If you know what type of consumer I am, most times that's kind of how you'll get me as a consumer in terms of trying out new products and stuff. Like if you have a good rollout and all the stuff looks pretty, professional, and you got some nice images and imagery, most times I'm gonna try, especially if it's something I already buy. Most times I used to get my Durags just by Googling them. That's how I got this one, which I'll get into in a minute. But this is the brand, Blavic. I believe that's how you say it, Blavic. It could be Blavic, because I'm thinking it's something that has to do with black, because it's a black-owned brand. So that's another reason why I bought it, especially now, times like this. I'm basically looking to only buy, not only, but heavily consider buying black-owned brand, black-owned businesses. So this was a good one. I think to start with, in terms of Durag, something I wear every day, something that's in my daily routine, daily rotation. Super essential things, I think, is the biggest thing. Yeah, you can shop at you can go to black restaurants and things like that, which is nice, but having something that's a little more essential, more a part of your life, is a really good thing too. So I thought this was a dope start. So even though I bought black-owned stuff in the past, it's just how can I do more? I think Slippery is the bigger brand. I could be wrong. I'm not sure if this is the bigger brand or Blavic is the bigger brand. Oh, it says powered by Slippery Apparel. So whatever Slippery Apparel is, I guess they're the main company. But this is a really, really good quality Durag, and I'll get into that in just a sec. So here's what I was wearing before, and this is I don't know if it's silk. I don't think it's silk. I think it's polyester or something. But unfortunately, I don't have the original packaging for this, so I don't really know what the actual material is. But this is definitely not. It's a non-stretch, which usually I don't like this. When I used to have, I have waves basically my whole life, but when I used to have to wear Durags, I would prefer. All right, so don't judge me. Y'all know, if you have Durags, y'all know that they're super old. Most times you have a Durag that's an old pair of socks you haven't thrown away yet, and you just can't bring yourself to throw it away. I don't know why, but it's just oh, maybe one day I'll need it. Maybe one day all 7 of my Durags will disappear, and I'll need this one, and it'll save my life. So this was the kind of material I used to prefer back when I wore Durags, and I call this the 50 Cent style Durag. So y'all remember whatever material this was, these curls or these strings over time would always turn into this skinny corded little loop. So it's funny because growing up I would work towards that, because it would start out flat like this when it was a brand new Durag, but the more you wore it, it sounds gross, but the more the oils from your head would seep into the strings, it would start to slowly curl up like this when it got kind of not saturated with product, but y'all know what I mean. Over time it would just curl up like a t-shirt. So this was my preferred material, believe it or not. And again, I'm not sure what the exact material is on this. I'm not good with soft good materials. Sneakers and stuff is a different story, but when it comes to apparel and stuff, if it don't have a tag, most times I'm not too sure. But let me know in the description if y'all know because y'all had these before. So y'all remember 50 would wear the white ones and stuff like that. So again, this was my go-to. And if y'all remember too, I'm so glad that this style with the flat strings came about, because dude, I would I would have headaches in the morning because of how tight these loops, these strings are. If y'all had them, y'all knew. If you wore these at night and woke up, most times the whole top of your head would be numb. You couldn't feel it until you untied it, because it's just all this pressure on the back of your nerves in your head, and it would just numb out everything. So that was definitely a reason why, like, there was a period, like 3 or 4 years, where I didn't have short hair or waves because of how uncomfortable it was. Like, cause you had to brush your hair every night. It's a lot of work. Having waves is a lot of work, especially if you want nice waves. It is a lot of work. So that's another reason why, like, people will do it, because it shows your work ethic, for one. But two, once you get them, it's hard to let them go because you work so hard for them. So, like, changing the hairstyle, it gets tough because you're like, now I see, like, what girls go through when they have to cut their hair off, like, because I couldn't relate, and I knew, like, it would be some sort of emotion behind, like, cutting your hair off, but, like, crying and stuff. I'm like, yo, why is that such a big deal? But I can imagine, like, working on a set of waves for a year plus, maybe 2-3 years, and then someone just cutting them off, that would be devastating to me. So I get it. So yeah, man, this material, out of here. No one uses this anymore. I call this the mid-2000s Durag. Even though I like this look the best, again, that 50 Cent look was really dope. But enter this era. So again, the silk, I believe this is silk. They call them silkies, but I don't know if it's actually silk, but that's the, like, nickname for them, is silkies. Enter this era. Again, I really like this. The only thing that I had to do, like, when I wear this Durag, here we go. Wait, check. It's coming in, you feel me? It's coming in. I'm wolfing a little bit, but I'm about to dye my hair soon, so y'all stay tuned for that. As you can see, both of them have, like, this white interior, but the main difference, you can see, no stretch versus this has a little more stretch, especially this way. So the weft, I believe it's called, where horizontally, so the places you need stretch going over your head, it stretches. So, like, say my head's inside, it stretches down to wherever you need it to go. Whereas on this side of it, if you pull it the other way, it won't give as much give. So very technologically sound engineering on this material, and I think it's a big benefit to having this style of Durag. Again, this is the Blavic style Durag as well. I got 3 because they're doing buy 2 get 1 free. So on this material, you can see, like I said, no stretch in either direction. Oh, actually, it does have stretch up here. I actually didn't know it had stretch like that, but for some reason I can't really feel the stretch when I put this on as much as these, and it might be because these are more worn in than those are. So I'll keep you posted. Maybe I'll do, like, a 6-month recap after I've owned these for 6 months and see how they wear in, if they get to be like this. But all I know is that this feels a lot lighter and a lot less hefty than these do. But let me show you how I have to tie these. And I learned this from PB to Goat, because, like, if you have a smaller type head, or, like, if you're just in general, because, like, these are supposed to be one size fits all for everyone. So not everybody's head is shaped the same. Sometimes people will have, like, a sloped forehead or whatever, and sometimes you'll get excess up here. And so the trick that he shows on his page on how to get rid of that, you just pull it down to about past your eyebrow, you fold it about right there, and then you rag up. So there. I did that blind, so I'm probably not even lined up or nothing. I don't really care about it when I'm in the house, but if you're going outside, you might want to line it up. Like, in terms of where the straps go, and making this flat and flush. But as you can see, when you pull it down in the back, all this space is taken up. And so that's very critical, especially if you're trying to close your crown, or if you're just trying to get that flat look all the way around. You need to make sure it's tight to your head. So that's one benefit I like about this, where I haven't done it yet with these in terms of folding it up, but I'm sure you can. It just, I feel like since these are thicker, it's gonna get more bulk around. Like this, it doesn't lay as flat as this will. So that's like the only thing that I really seen. But the fact that these are a little more stretchy, most times I can put it on normally without doing the fold and just pull it down. And since it stretches, it'll pull all the way down to where I need it to. But the one thing I will say about these Durags in terms of how they fit is, like, the more I move around, the more I kind of like move my head, move my eyebrows up and down, or just, you know, like just when I live in these durags, sometimes since it is so stretchy and since you do kind of have to tie it so tight, not tight, but like since you have to tie it so that it doesn't come off, the more you kind of move your eyebrows, make facial expressions, it sort of inches its way up, like slowly, because it's that hole that it's giving. But then as you move it, like it'll start to, you know, kind of creep its way up. So let's try to come off because of how tight it is around the edges. Again, not uncomfortable tight, but that's just something that you got to deal with. Same with these when you sleep with them, but I think living in these, like walking around, it doesn't move at all. So that is one negative I have about this. But we'll see how they like I said, how they break in, because I think they might break in exactly how these did. So if that's the case, then this is a perfect durag. Last but not least, color selection. So as y'all can see, I got this like, and of course all this is fake. Like none of these companies approved any of this, any of these graphics. There's no way. But this is like the purple bait camo, which I thought was fire. I don't have any purple durags, but I love this color. Like the two shades of purple with the black, I think it's fire. So I got this purple bait camo, and then of course I still tie my rags. I used to think I was 50 Cent back in the day, y'all. Like I loved 50 Cent when I was growing up. So like I still got the bulletproof muscle shirts and stuff. Like I still got all my 50 apparel. I love 50. I still tie my durags like him. Second, my favorite designer brand, Burberry. This is probably my favorite out of the bunch. I'll probably only wear this when I have company and stuff. It's no point to just wear it by myself, even though I have the last 2 days, just because I've been wanting it so bad. This would be like my dress up durag. So the Burberry joint, fire. And then last but not least, this is like the out of all three, most of the people I showed, they liked the Playboy one the best. Girls are freaky, that's why they like this Playboy one the best. But anyway, this is their favorite, so this probably be another like dress up occasion, especially since he has the bow tie. Like it's only right. You can't wear this casually, right? So yeah, man, that's definitely the best thing about this. More colors on there, whatever style you like whatever brand you like. I'm pretty sure they got like some Fugazi Supreme. They got everything. But I used to like really care about stuff like that. Like, oh, if the company doesn't make it, then. But like, when is Burberry ever gonna make a durag? And if they do, I'm probably gonna feel a way about it, because I'm like, why are y'all pandering to us like that? Like trying to make a durag. Like it would look crazy anyway. So I'd much rather buy it from them, and you kind of know it's not real. So it's really like a gag sort of design. So you don't have to really worry about it. Anyway, man, that's it. Let me know if y'all have any durags from them. Let me know if y'all plan on getting any. I'll leave a description for these two. I just got them on Amazon, like this brand. I'll see if I can find it in my past orders. It was just like me Googling durags and then saw a color I liked, and I got a 3-pack or a 2-pack. So that's all this was. But these was like a real website. So yeah, man, I'll check in 6 months, let y'all know how they wore through, and make sure y'all like, if you haven't already, the video, comment, subscribe. That's it.